So, you're over 50 and you have wrinkles. You're over 50, you have grey hair maybe. You're over 60, you might have sagging skin. You're over 50. Yes, that's great. Should you be on YouTube? Isn't YouTube just for people with younger skin? Without wrinkles, without fine lines, without grey hair? Isn't that who's best suited to be on YouTube? I used to think that. I used to think YouTube is for people with veneers, without crooked teeth, with perfect hair. I used to think YouTube is for people who don't have these wrinkles, don't have saggy skin. I used to think all of that, but I just realized, what? Because especially as it's a face channel, it's best to have it's a face channel, isn't it? You show your face largely on YouTube, unless you have a faceless channel. But I always think it's nicer to be able to communicate face to face. And, but my reservation was actually all those things, oh, I've got wrinkles. Oh, oh, my hair's a bit crazy. Oh, my teeth are crooked. Oh, this, oh, that. I could go on and on and on. Oh, the blemishes. Oh, this, oh, that. But I came to the realization that, you know what? Yeah, I'm over 50. I'm over 60, in fact, right? And I should be celebrating that. Not many people do make that. So, it's a joy, it's a privilege to get to these ages that we are, and with all our imperfections, and be still intact. So yeah, I think I would say the first thing, if that's a concern for you, if that's a concern, and I know it is for many people over 50, over 40 even, about starting a YouTube channel, is that they feel that it is actually for younger people. They feel that it is actually for people with that flawless skin, with the perfect teeth, with the nice nose, with, the hair that's nice, not the crazy hair like mine can be a bit crazy at times. It's just wash and go hair, So I do understand completely that, and if you are feeling that, let me reassure you that YouTube is not just for that, learn to love your crazy hair. Learn to love those wrinkles, Learn to love the greys. We've earned them, okay? Yeah, along with all of that comes life experience, right? We represent life experience. If you're over 50, over 40, over 50, over 60, we have learnt a lot of things on the way in life. And one of the things that I have learnt is to accept my appearance. Yeah? I mean, yes, you want to comb your hair. Yes, you might want to put on some moisturiser. Yes, you might want to put a little bit of lip gloss just so that you look nice. But, the crooked teeth. Oh, my crooked teeth. I just accept I love my teeth. They're healthy. But for many years I didn't like them. I just, but they're healthy. I don't have any problems with them. They do what they've got to do. I get through my food perfectly fine. And they make me me. That's the important thing. My teeth are part of who I am. My crazy hair is part of who I am, But to be honest, for many years, I used to blow dry my hair straight, I don't need to put any relaxers in it, really, because it's quite fine. So if I was to wash my hair now and then blow dry, in fact, I might do that one day just to show you, if I was to wash my hair and blow dry it, it would just come up really nice and straight. I might just put a little bit of hair cream in there, and it would just come up really straight. And I did that for many years because I don't know why. I just never thought that my curly hair was good enough. I didn't think it was appropriate even. That's a very strange thing, isn't it? You know, it's something that's so natural to you that it wasn't appropriate in society at large, you know. And you know, I mean, I think it's great having curly hair because you have the option, you know. I can have it like this if I want to. If I want to blow dry it after I wash it, comes out nice and straight. You have the best of both worlds, really. And nowadays I largely have it like this because it's easier. It's just wash and go, literally. I can air dry it, although I've only recently got a diffuser so that I can dry it while and it doesn't interfere with the curls. But I say all that to say this, is that we need to learn to accept who we are, you know, as people. Our wrinkles, our crazy hair, if we have it. We may have a big nose, we may have crooked teeth, we might have blemishes on our skin. We're going to have saggy skin, you know, as we get older, you know, less elastin, less collagen, you know. But we can still take care of ourselves, but it doesn't mean to say that we should shut ourselves away and we can't go on YouTube because of that. Yeah, you are you, and what you have to share will be, you know, is what people want to hear, you know. And also it's lovely when you see other people who are just accepting of themselves on YouTube. It actually gives you permission to do the same. That's how we are as people, you know. If you see somebody doing something and, you know, you think, well, if they're doing it, I can do it. Yeah. Oh, there are older people on YouTube with wrinkles and crazy hair and, you know, and crooked teeth. You know, you can get on YouTube. It's all good. It's just who I am. It makes me me, right? You know, maybe if I came on here with straight hair and veneers and a facelift, you wouldn't know who I am, really. I mean, where'd she go? My character would disappear, really. And what actually, on a serious note, what that does, all the facelifts, the, you know, the alterations, it's just creating a sort of uniformity, you know, of features, isn't it? And there's nothing unique about who you are as a person if everybody's starting to look the same. You know, if you notice there are people who are starting to look very similar. I mean, I guess if that's what they want to do, but as long as it's not done out of insecurity, I guess that's okay, you know. But I'm just saying that it's important to appreciate these things in yourself, and it took me a little while to get to that point. Although I didn't have a major issue with it, because growing up I wasn't overly concerned really about my crooked teeth. I mean, it wasn't until, I would say, relatively recently that I realized how actually crooked they are, because I never ever looked at myself from the side in the mirror. Just didn't think about it. I always looked face on in the mirror, you know, as I'm looking at you now, and I wouldn't see the, you know, how crooked my teeth is, but one actually sticks out more than the other, which I didn't even discover until, say, the last 10 years. How crazy is that? But I never really took note of things like that in myself. I was more a kind of wash and go person, you know. You know, so wash, you know, just a quick mirror, little check, and off I go. But now we live in a society where appearance seems to be the be-all and end-all. You know, people wanting to change everything, you know, getting rid of their wrinkles, getting rid of the nose, you know. If the nose is too wide, they want it narrower. If it's too narrow, they want it wider. If they have a hump, they want to get rid of the hump in the nose. I mean, to me, all those things are what make you beautiful. You know, when you look at all the imperfections collectively on a person's face and they're smiling, it's just beautiful. It's just unique to them, isn't it? Whereas if we get rid of these imperfections, we all start to look very similar. I mean, the character is gone. You know, the relatability goes. We can't. There's nothing we can really resonate with. You know, and I think it's beautiful. I think the older I'm getting, the more I think the so-called flaws that we see in each other, in ourselves in particular, those are the very things collectively that make us beautiful. You know, the little imperfections, my little teeth sticking out, are what make me me, you know, and they're just cute. I love them. You know, my crazy hair, you know, it's different every day. The curls, sometimes I have curls that this one's over here, this one's there, and I'm like, trying to do but it's just fun. I love it. But I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't, you know, blow dry it straight again. I'm not saying that at all. But I've learned to just accept my curls. And the funny thing is, in my work, if you don't know already, I am a self-employed massage therapist. You know, you can. I do talk a little bit about that in previous videos and how I got to that work. In my work, I do meet people as well who, well, I meet a lot of people, and there are people who, you know, who I can see that they do straighten their hair, which is fine, but if we do ever have a discussion about hair, because sometimes we do, in the consultation even, you know, just general chit chat, they will say that they straighten their hair, and I'm thinking, it's interesting, isn't it, that we're trying to get rid of these beautiful curls, and we feel pressured that we have to blow dry our hair straight because it's not acceptable in society for some strange reason. And sometimes I mean, I've got to the point, I understand where they're coming from, because I used to be a little bit like that when I was younger. I used to be a little bit like that. I used to be blow drying my hair straight, because, like you said, it just didn't seem the norm to go out with very curly hair. I don't know why. I guess it's the media. I guess it's just all around you. You know, but yeah, and so we do actually sometimes have discussions like that. And I actually was speaking to a lady who you know, did just that, and she saw my curly hair and she said, "I love your hair." And I said, "Oh," I said, I think I detect a few waves in yours." Because obviously when people come to me, they probably just come out of the sauna. So then when the moisture gets to the hair that they have previously blow dried, it starts to, I can see the natural wave. And they say something like, yeah, they try to, you know, blow dry their hair out, otherwise they look like a poodle. And I'm like, poodle, look at my hair. And you know, I thought, okay, poodles are lovely, by the way. You know, and then we have a little discussion, and they start to feel a little bit more confident about their curls. She was starting to feel a little bit more confident about her curls when she saw mine, because I was just, you know, I'm just like this, like at work as well. And it's little things like this that you can do. Just when you start to accept things in yourself, you give other people permission to accept their so-called flaws. Yeah, and it just struck me the other day, and that's why this video came about, because I thought, that's interesting, that little conversation that we had. It just inspired me to get on here and talk about things like that, you know, just the way we don't accept ourselves, our natural selves. And that it's not just hair that people don't accept. It's like I say, the teeth, it's the wrinkles, the greys, you know, sagging skin, the shape of our lips, the size of our lips. You know, we want to reduce them, we want to make them bigger, we want to do all these different things. And I think it's beautiful when you see the flaws all together in someone's face, especially if they're smiling. You know, there's just such a beauty in that. And yet we're trying to create something that we want to call perfection, which really leads to imperfection, you know, because, you know, although we do have a lot of skilled, I don't know, artists, skilled people, whoever, you know, however they straighten your face out. It's never as great as the original, you know. So the point is that we have to learn to accept our flaws, flaws, inverted commas, you know, because I don't know about you, but the older I'm getting, the more I'm starting to think, you know what, these flaws are beautiful. They're beautiful, you know, the crooked teeth. Yeah, I mean, it's just what makes you you. You know, it's your personality, isn't it? So we've got to learn to accept ourselves, and hopefully, if you see me on here with all my flaws, it will encourage you to get on here as well, if that's what you really want to do. If that's what's stopping you, you know, if you do want to do a YouTube channel and you want to get on here, just look at me and my flaws. You know, I'm on here, and I'm perfectly happy with this. You know, I mean, I think I've got to the point where I have just accepted this is who I am. You know, and I'm quite happy with that. I'm at peace with that, even. You know, and I just want you to be at peace with who you are as well, with your flaws. Yeah, embrace them, own them. Yeah, I mean, I love my crooked teeth. I think they're amazing. They're healthy, and that's all that matters. They do what they've got to do. You know, they do their job. As long as you just focus on keeping it healthy. Whatever you have, you focus on bringing the best out of them. You know, if you've got stains on your teeth and they're crooked, do what you can to get rid of the stains on your teeth. You know, just bring the best out of what you've got. If your hair is curly like mine and a bit out of control, just get a curl cream and maybe a good diffuser so you can have great curls. I mean, at the moment, mine's just wash and go at the moment. So, but yeah, you can, you know, if I'm actually going out somewhere, I will actually put some curl cream in there and diffuse it so it looks half decent. You know, but yeah, bring the best out of the curls, or I could even straighten it. There's no big deal, but I'm not straightening it because I'm insecure about my curls. That's the difference. You see, if I want to straighten it, I can blow dry it just for variety, but more often than not, I just leave it curly, you know, because I'm quite happy. You know, if you want good skin, take care of it. You know, just develop a nice skincare routine, you know, and just get a moisturizer, trying to get to bed decent time, you know, so you don't have too many bags. You know, just take care of what you have, you know, and just the true beauty comes from within, doesn't it? I think we know that, you know, true beauty comes from within. So no matter what flaws we have, beauty comes from within. Yeah, beauty comes from within. It's just so true. And the way beauty comes from within, right? How do we get this beauty from within, right? We've dealt with the flaws, the external flaws, that we'll appreciate them, right? We love them. We just take good care of them. So the beauty that comes from within, how do we achieve that? Well, I would say the first step is by being grateful. Being grateful. Developing an attitude of gratefulness, of thankfulness. Yeah, if you're thankful for something, what does that do to you? Have you, you know, whenever something is done, right, for you, and you say thank you, how does that make you feel? You know, think about it. How does it make you feel if somebody does something for you and you say, oh, thank you? What does that do to your spirit? Now, can you imagine living in that spirit with that kind of attitude? Yeah, attitude of gratitude. It's not just a cliche, you know, it's actually a reality. If you have an attitude of gratitude, it will bring out beauty in you, because oftentimes when people say thank you, it lifts your spirit, right? It just lifts something within you, doesn't it? You feel better if somebody's done something for you. Oh, hey, what about this? You don't have to wait for another person to do something for you to say thank you. You don't have to be dependent on that. Just look at the air around you outside. Whenever you go outside, look at the air, look at the nature, look at the sky, look at the birds, look at the squirrels, yeah? Look at the trees, look at the flowers, and say thank you. How about that? You don't have to be dependent on anybody, you know, to give you a reason to say thank you. There's a reason every time you get up. Every time you get up out of bed, there's a reason. Thank you. An attitude of gratitude is what we're talking about, remember? Yeah, every time you see those snowdrops come up, where I live in the UK, you know, you have snowdrops come up every this time of year. Yeah, snowdrops. Then there'll be the daffodils coming up. Thank you. It's a reminder of renewal, regrowth. Yeah, it's a reminder that, yeah, things are going to get better. Yeah, thank you. And there's, you notice those daffodils, they're so bright and beautiful, and they come up, they spring up, and it just makes you feel good. So why can't we be grateful for that? You know, thank you. Every time we see a daffodil, thank you. You know, they're there for us. They're there for us, you know, to help us to feel better in this life that could be otherwise extremely stressful. Look at the beautiful colours of the flowers. Look at the trees, the loftiness of the trees. You know, just appreciate the fresh air when you go for a walk that you're filling your lungs up with, that's oxygenating your body, yeah? That's giving you vibrancy, health. And say, thank you. In your mind, you can say, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Attitude of gratitude, right? That's going to put a smile on your face. It will lift your spirits, right? And then, so by the time somebody does something for you and you say thank you, you've already said thank you so many times because you've probably got up in the morning, thank you, right? You may have been for a walk already, thank you. So you by the time somebody's done something for you, you know, and you say that thank you, you're not totally dependent on that, but it just becomes part of your life, an attitude of gratitude, right? That's so important. And that's what I do. I'm grateful for little things, you know. I'm really grateful for little things. It could be anything. If you're constipated and you use the toilet, thank you. You know, it's these things that people are afraid to talk about. But we're humans, right? We're humans, so we can talk, right? So if you've been struggling with something like constipation, and then you get to go to the toilet and feel relieved, thank you. Yeah, thank you for that, because it's so important. You know, I mean, if you imagine if you had your kitchen and you never emptied the bin, right? What kind of mess would that be? What kind of stench would that be? Aren't you thankful if somebody empties the bin? Yeah, or aren't you thankful that you have the energy to go and empty the bin and sort your kitchen out? Thank you. Yeah. So the same way, if you have constipation or whatever it is you have, and you for some reason can't use the toilet, and then you get to go, thank you to that prune juice. Thank you, yeah, to whatever it is that you've used to get these things out of your system. Okay. So yeah, just be thankful. Develop an attitude of gratitude in the little, so-called little things, and those little things are really important, by the way. Yeah, because we wouldn't survive. Yeah, thank you for water. Did I tell you? You know, I have lived without water in a house without water for over 3 months. I did mention it in a previous video. 3 months lived without water. Yeah, when I moved to Wales, I moved around quite a bit, and one of the houses I was at, there was no water for 3 months. And at the time I had 3 young children. It wasn't pretty. It really wasn't. It just wasn't a pretty sight. We had to go and haul water, right, for 3 months. And then eventually we got to move, but, you know, it was tough. It was tough. It was tough. You know, 3 young children who are going to get messy, you know, and trying to keep them clean, bathing, you know, it's all these things. You just so bathing in about an inch of water, 2 inches of water, you know, as an adult was, you know, it was difficult. But yeah, but you know, we did it. I've always been a kind of make-do person, you know, but we did it. Again, I say that to say this, is that I'm thankful for water. Yeah, in fact, we should all be thankful for water, because we can't survive without water. So that's something simple to be thankful for. And I know it sounds petty. It sounds petty. I know what you're thinking. It sounds petty. Thankful for water. Why should we be thankful for water? We can't live without water. We can't live without water, right? And I've experienced living for 3 months without water in the house. It's not easy. You can't run your washing machine. You can't. It's difficult to prepare veggies without water. You can't. It's difficult to wash 3 young children without water. It's difficult to cook without water. You know, how do you wash your hair? You know, how do you do all these things without? We had to haul water for 3 months. Haul water for 3 months. Wow, it was an experience. But I'm thankful for the experience because it taught me to be very, very appreciative of water. I really appreciate water so much. In fact, I'm very, very conscious of dripping taps or anything like that. It's like, whoa, we can't waste water, right? That's what it's put in me. And I think that's a very good thing. It's positive. It's a positive thing because it's a precious resource. So be thankful. We're talking about an attitude of gratitude. Yeah. So the little things are very important things, you know. And this is what builds resilience, by the way. It's being grateful for the little things, being grateful for the little things, you know. Whenever you see somebody who's strong, appears strong, more than likely, you know, people who've been through things, been through some stuff, experiences, you can speak to them, ask them what kept them. Grateful for the little things. They're grateful for the little things. Your mind has to focus on the little things that you are grateful for. You know, even if it's just the air that you're breathing right now, right? When you're going through a tough time, the air that you breathe, you become very grateful for it. Which leads me on to another point, breathing. Breathing is important. Yeah, we do it every day. But intentional breathing is very good. You know, taking that time to inhale and exhale is it just calms the body right down. Yeah. Breathing technique is a very important technique. You know, it helps you to feel peaceful. Yeah. Even when I remember when I was giving birth years ago, and the breathing technique, my husband came in with me and he helped me to remember my breathing technique, you know. And so on the thing, I'm not sure what you call it, any midwives watching, you'll be able to help me, the thing where you can see when the contractions are coming. I don't know the name of the machine, I can't remember, it's been a long time, right? So that machine that shows when the contractions are coming, my husband managed to understand that because I was in too much pain to be dealing with that. So he was there, and every time he could see a contraction coming, he'd tell me, breathe deeply. So I'd breathe in and ride the contraction out, and I tell you, that helped me to feel in so much control. So that's another tip, actually. If you've got daughters, children, grandchildren, anybody you know that's having a baby, get them to do their breathing. Breathe through the contractions. It really helps you to feel in control of the pain. You know, and it takes the edge off the pain. If you get the breathing right just before the contraction starts, baby, it takes the edge off the pain. It really does. It's a win. Breathing is so important. Obviously, it keeps us alive, but it really keeps us calm when we breathe intentionally. You know, take a deep breath. Ah, feels better, huh? You know, so remember to breathe. intentionally. In fact, do it outside when you go for a walk, even better. You've got lovely fresh air, you know. So yeah, breathing is very important. Remember to breathe, yeah. So we've got all these things to help us to be peaceful, yeah. All these things can help us to be peaceful. So I'm just hoping that these things will help you. It's just a few things to start you on your way, but I just hope that it's been helpful to you. I don't want this video to go on too long, but I just hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope you get benefit from it. Let me know in the comments if it's helped you, you know, even if it's just to appreciate yourself and to see that you're not the only one. And don't worry about being over 50, over 60 to start a YouTube channel. Your face will fit perfectly, yeah? And you will find your lane, yeah? Once you get on here and you start practicing uploading your videos, you'll find your niche, you know, whatever it is you're interested in, and your personality will come out, and your beautiful flaws will enhance that, yeah? You know, because people want to see people, real people on here. We don't want to see people all, you know, sort of looking artificial, and you know, we want to see real people. It's about authenticity, yeah. But I will go now, right? But I'm just hoping that this has been useful for you. Comment in the section if it has, and subscribe if you've enjoyed content so far. And I appreciate you as a viewer. I really do. It means a lot to me as a new YouTuber. So yeah, I hope to see you soon. Take care.